Hello, you all. Coming back to you with another Taylor Swift song that has been highly recommended by friends and family. They said before I do this song called Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, just know it'll probably make me emotional, and I'm not feeling very emotional, so I'm hoping that it doesn't trigger anything, but whatever. Of course, I have my candy necklace, which is in honor of Lana. I will be doing more of hers. I will be doing this second performance from Coachella, but I have my black onyx here. That is a stone that is really, really good for really absorbing any type of negative energy and giving the person that wears it a strength. So they say. So I am not pleased with my background. If you watched my old videos, you will know that I had wallpaper before, and I'm ordering a bunch of samples. So I might be showing them to you all to kind of get your input on what samples I should go with. Oh, and I need to remember, I don't do any real self-promotion or promotion about my memberships. If you want to see my videos early, then please become a member. If you want to get a little like side personal videos, it's there as well. Also, please, if you watch me regularly, please like and subscribe. I looked at my stats and about 70% of my viewers don't subscribe to me. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's me, maybe it's you. Just please subscribe.
Helps me out, come on.
All right, without further ado, let's go.
Your hologram stumbled into my apartment, hands in the hair of somebody in darkness, named Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, and I just watched it happen as the decade would play us for fools. And you saw my bones out with somebody new who seemed like he would have bullied you in school, and you just watched it happen.
Wow. Okay. If we're talking about Taylor's life, seeing her out with a guy who looked like he would bully you at school. I mean, I don't know. I would say football players, Travis Kelce, big buff guy. I'll say Travis Kelce went to the University of Cincinnati. He's an Ohioan, just like me. Down with that. But it's kind of like a nightmare, I feel like she's saying, with the hologram and naming the different names, Chloe or Sam or Marcus. I feel like those are just meaning it could have been anyone that they were with. I don't think it has to do with like their sexuality, what they were attracted to, maybe, but I think it's just like a signal of it truly being anyone. And I understand that. I know where you like create these images that almost feel real, or you don't create them and they're just nightmares that come and pretty much haunt you. But she's saying that, you know, her bones, it's interesting that she refers to herself as like her bones, maybe because she's lost her soul and that's all that she feels like she is. But you just watched it happen. Yikes. Yeah, the sound of this is giving me very much like an Aaron Dressner type of song. I wonder if he also wrote on this or did the production, but okay. It's a feeling sad and I like it.
If you wanna break my cold, cold heart, just say I loved you the way that you were. If you wanna tear my world apart, just say you've always wondered. You said some things that I can't unabsorb. You turned me into an idea of sorts. You needed me, but you needed drugs more, and I couldn't watch it happen. I changed into goddesses, villains and fools, changed plans and lovers and outfits and rules.
Man, I'll think that I've gotten so far and then I just hear one line. And it's so interesting because when you love an addict and you've been hurt by one, when you feel as if drugs were more important than you, or your kid, or the life you're building, the house you're wanting to buy, yeah. It's something that you think that you're the only one that's ever experienced because it feels so lonely and it feels so isolating. And it's really weird that this is happening right now because I really didn't think I'd ever be here doing reaction videos ever. But the first one that I did was because somebody asked me. I'd done some videos on loving an addict and the dynamics and things that you go through, the stages as a loved one of an addict. And someone recommended me to react to Big Red Machine Renegade, and I thought it was about loving an addict. I thought it was written from that perspective. And I really was like, oh, Taylor's left an addict. Or maybe it was Aaron Dressner who co-wrote it. I'm not sure, and I don't think that it's always important to be speculating about like what the songs are about from her life, but relating it to your own. And it honestly, if anybody doesn't know yet, let me grab it. I wrote a book called Hey Addiction, Thanks for Nothing, a brutally honest guide to loving an addict without losing your mind. So if you have had this experience, if you relate to this song, then pick this up. I think it'll be very helpful. It's a quick read. It's on Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble. Not trying to plug. I'm not trying to plug. Cannot talk. But I feel as if we are a certain group of people that have a certain type of pain and shame. We need support. So I'm going to try to do my best to get through the rest of the song and pay attention to the lyrics. I'm going to reverse a little bit just so I can hear it. But wow, now I know why my family wanted me to wear this.
Drugs more and I couldn't watch it happen. I changed into goddess.
Sorry for what they were saying, and I couldn't watch it happen. There comes a point where you really can't continue to watch it. Okay.
Goddesses, villains and fools, changed plans and lovers and outfits and rules, all to outrun my desertion of you, and you just watched it.
It's interesting because I've talked so much about Sacred Rage and I have a series on it. I talked about it in the last video, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. But I really felt like, when you love an addict, they want to protect their addiction so much that you will become the villain of their story. And I got to a point where I was okay with being the villain in someone else's story. That's fine. And I was a fool. And change into a goddess, I think that was when I was trying to be like all forgiving, or changing into being powerful and leaving. But changing plans and lovers, and I think she's talking about distraction, trying to escape like that feeling of being left and abandoned for something that isn't even a person, a living being, but it might as well be. Because to me, drugs and alcohol, when they're used in excess, and they're more powerful than any person can be. They're pure darkness to me.
Searching of you, and you just watched it. If you wanna break my cold, cold heart, just say I loved you the way that you were.
She's speaking to whenever someone chooses drugs or alcohol over you. Okay, I'll get it together. I can get it together. I can do this. I think that when she's saying, if you want to just rip my heart out, it's just like to know that they actually cared about you, because it feels like anything but that. Because once you start watching the actions and the choices instead of the words, because they can feed you a lot of words, a lot of lines, that it's always got to be that insecurity or that thing there. Like, why wasn't I good enough for the person to want to change? And why was I driven to the point of having to choose myself and protect myself for my child? Still want to know that the person thought about you.
If the glint in my eye traced the depths of your side on that passage in time, back to the moment I crashed into you, like so many wrecks do, too impaired by my youth to know what to do. So if I sell my apartment and you have some kids with an internet starlet, will that make your memory fade from this scarlet maroon? Like it never happened, could it be?
All right, I know you all probably want to be watching a reaction video where the person reacting to it can break this down. I hear maroon, I hear scarlet, I hear moon, but I like can't even think straight. I can't even think about like that deeper meaning of what it means to Taylor, so forgive me for that. I just can't right now. But I want to go back from when she says, too impaired by my youth. I just want to say this for anyone that's watching, especially young people, that you think you can fix someone, you think, I mean, I guess it doesn't even have to be tied to youth. Anywhere in your life, no, don't. It's not worth it. I think that she might be saying that, you know, if she gets rid of the place that used to be their home, like her apartment, and if he moves on and finally has kids with someone else, I don't know who she means by internet scarlet, but will it make your memory fade? Like, I think that she's, and I wondered that, and it has faded, but tremendously. But I think in those initial phases, like after a breakup, especially like leaving an addict, you're gonna like wonder if you're ever gonna stop thinking about them, caring about them, wondering the like what ifs and what could have been. I promise you, you can. Absolutely. Even though I'm crying, I'm truly happier. I'm like happier than I've been in a very, very long time. Like, really am. I'm crying. But that's because this is like, it feels like a moment in time that I've already experienced. Like, it feels like this was my life at a certain time. Okay.
From this scarlet maroon, like it never happened, could it be enough to just float in your orbit? Can we watch our phantoms like watching wild horses? Cooler in theory, but not if you force it to be. It just didn't happen. So if
that makes me feel like you're thinking about like trying to go back after so much damage or wrong choices have been done. It's just, in theory, it seems really cool and you think that it could, like even if the person gets sober, but it's like you can't undo everything that was done. She's a beautiful, beautiful writer. She's a beautiful poet, and anybody who says otherwise are just wrong.
wanna break my cold, cold heart, say you loved me. And if you wanna tear my world apart, say you'll always wonder. 'Cause I wonder, will I always wonder?
No, you won't. I'm crying as I say. But no, you won't always wonder. Because change is inevitable, healing is inevitable if you take the time for yourself. I spend a lot of money on therapy. A lot of time doing alternative things to help me. And you all should do them too. But I understand that sentiment. Like, you feel like it's something you're never, ever, ever going to get over, and you feel like you're always going to wonder what if, or like, what could you have done? I mean, that's like the chronic pain of loving an addict, is like thinking and wondering about what could have been. Like, maybe I should have done more, or done this or that, or not said that, or blocked them from this, or it's truly maddening. And I feel like once you get enough time and space away from it, and you have like calm seas, and you get off of that turbulence and crashing and the waves hitting constantly, you're gonna enjoy your life again. I have a feeling that her next album will be a lot happier. And this was pretty brutal for me, but I want anyone who's watching that is going through this right now, or like wondering if their partner's an addict and feeling more alone and feeling like they choose it over them, like, you're not alone, and there is help. Al-Anon is amazing. Nar-Anon is amazing. They're a family and friends, lover, support group for people that love addicts or of any kind. So there's Al-Anon for people who drink. There's Nar-Anon for people who use drugs, I found it incredibly helpful talking to people, reading books. I mean, it's why I wrote the book right here, because when I looked up things, I really felt like the loved ones of addicts were pushed to have more compassion and understanding of addiction and how to support them more. And I was like, yeah, but what if it's like killing you? What if you are literally falling apart because you're loving this person and they're taking you down with their addiction? Like, how do you say, and how do you know when it's too much? And this book was basically about coming to that realization. The second book is going to be about the hardcore, real SHIT I went through. I'm rambling, but I just want to take this time because I feel like it's really important for people to know that they're not alone, and that you will get through it, and that like you should not be coming second to an addiction. You should not be feeling as if you have to compete with it almost. And it's really hard to step away. Actually, no, it's not. Like it felt very hard. I had a child, but obviously it has been torture to some degree, but like choosing yourself is never the wrong thing. And I kept having to tell myself every single day, like, you're doing this for your future self. You're doing this for your future self. One day I'm going to be out of this and I'm going to be able to breathe. And that's me right now. And I'm so grateful I was able to get the courage and the strength to do it, because being on the other side is a way more happier existence. Okay, my dog's had it even. She's hacking. A minute. You okay, baby? Yeah, she's okay. All right. Wow. She never ceases to amaze me. Wow. You all be well. I love you.